Malayalam Pamitalam, sometimes referred to as Kairali, is a language spoken in India, predominantly in the state of Kerala. It is one of the 22 scheduled languages of India and was designated a classical language in India in 2013. Malayalam has official language status in the state of Kerala and in the Union Territories of Lakshadweep and Puducherry. It belongs to the Dravidian family of languages and is spoken by some 38 million people. Malayalam is also spoken in the neighbouring states of Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, with some speakers in the Nilgiris, Kanyakumari and Coimbatore districts of Tamil Nadu, and the Dakshina Kannada and Kodagu districts of Karnataka. Malayalam most likely originated from Middle Tamil in the 6th century. An alternative theory proposes a split in even more ancient times. Malayalam incorporated many elements from Sanskrit through the ages, and today over 80% of the vocabulary of Malayalam in scholarly usage is from Sanskrit. Before Malayalam came into being, Old Tamil was used in literature and courts of a region called Tamilakam, including present-day Kerala state. A famous example being Silappatikaram. Silappatikaram was written by Chera Prince Elango Adigal from Kochi, and is considered a classic in Sangam literature. Modern Malayalam still preserves many words from the ancient Tamil vocabulary of Sangam literature. The earliest script used to write Malayalam was the Vatashatu script, and later the Koleshatu, which derived from it. As Malayalam began to freely borrow words as well as the rules of grammar from Sanskrit, Grantha script was adopted for writing and came to be known as Aryashatu. This developed into the modern Malayalam script. Many medieval liturgical texts were written in an admixture of Sanskrit and early Malayalam, called Manipravalam. The oldest literary work in Malayalam, distinct from the Tamil tradition, is dated from between the 9th and 11th centuries. The first travelogue in any Indian language is the Malayalam Varthamanapasthakam, written by Paramakal Thomakathanar in 1785. Due to its lineage deriving from both Tamil and Sanskrit, the Malayalam alphabet has the largest number of letters among the Indian language orthographies. The Malayalam script includes letters capable of representing almost all the sounds of all Indo-Aryan and Dravidian languages. Etymology. The word Malayalam probably originated from the Tamil Malayalam words Malay or Mala, meaning hill, and Elam, meaning region. Malayalam thus translates as hill region, and used to refer to the land itself, and only later became the name of the language. The language Malayalam is alternatively called Alilam, Malayalani, Malayali, Malayan, Malayad, and Malayala. The word Malayalam originally meant only for the name of the region. Malayanmar, or Malayarama, represented the language. With the emergence of modern Malayalam language, the name of the language started to be known by the name of the region. Hence now, the word Malayanmar is considered by some to represent the olden Malayalam language. The language got the name Malayalam during the mid-19th century. Evolution. The Malabar Chera dynasty came to an end in Kerala in 1102. Southern Kerala was part of the Pandyan kingdom. After the fall of Villavar in 1310 following an attack by the Delhi Sultanate under Malik Kafur, Kerala was dominated by Tulu West and Up people, migrants from Ichatra who used Sanskrit and Prakrit. Many subcastes of Tulu Bunt such as Nayara, Menavar, Kuruba and Samantha appeared in Kerala. Samanthas became the kings of this matriarchal society. Still the indigenous language of Kerala, Malayanmar, otherwise called Malayalam or Malayalam Tamil or Malayalithamoji or Lingua Malabar Tamil, continued to be used until 1820. Kerala had three types of languages after this period: Malayanmar or Malayalma or Malayalam Tamil, the native Dravidian language of Kerala, a form of Kodan Tamil. Malayanmar used little or no Sanskrit and used Tamil prosody. Ravakati Pilapur, Ananthapura Varnanam and Vadak and Patya use no Sanskrit and are purely Dravidian languages. remarked rhythm resembles Malayanmar, but with more Tamil words. Malayanmar was called Nana Muna in Travancore as it started with the letters Na Ma. Malayanmar used Vataluthu, Kolashuthu or Tamil script. Itiachudan, who compiled Hortus Malabaricus, used Kolashuthu to write it. The majority of the indigenous Dravidian Malayalees used Malayanmar until the 19th century when the British banned it. Malayanmar was the language of the indigenous Palai feudal aristocracy and the Panika of the ancient Chera kingdom. Most Malayanmar books were lost, as the British banned Malayanmar in 1820. Lingua Malabar Tamil was the liturgical language of Christians after the Portuguese arrival. It is a form of Malayalam Tamil written with either Portuguese or Tamil script. During the Portuguese and Dutch period, thousands of books were printed in Lingua Malabar Tamil or Lingua Malabarica. Lingua Malabarica was printed at Quilin, Ambazakadu near Angamali, and also Thalassery. The Flos Sanctorum, printed at Kochi in 1577, is still preserved at Copenhagen, Ambalakata near Angamali, and also Kochi had the press during the Portuguese and Dutch periods where Lingua Malabar books were printed. Until 1820, Lingua Malabar Tamil continued to be the major language of Kerala. Kerala's Christians never used modern Malayalam or Sanskrit prior to the arrival of British missionaries in the 19th century. The Portuguese organized a Tamil army under Valikada Panika in the 16th century. When these Tamils mixed with the Portuguese and Dutch, a strong Kochi mestizo or mestico community evolved. Though they initially used Portuguese alphabets to print Lingua Malabar, they later used Tamil scripts. After the Portuguese left in 1660, Syrian churches became dominant and mestizos and the various subgroups disappeared. Still, Lingua Malabar Tamil continued to be printed in Ambalakata and was in use until 1820. Malayalam in that era signified either Malayanmar or Lingua Malabar Tamil. A Malabar English dictionary printed in 1796 by Graham Shaw was a Tamil English dictionary. Grantha Bhasa, which was used exclusively by Namputhiri Brahmins of Kerala. This contained 80% Sanskrit and few Malayalam words. Grantha Bhasa was used by migrants from Ahichatra, which was written using a form of Tulu script called Tigaleri script. Tulu Grantha Bhasa had its origin at Karnataka, where Sanskrit books were written using Tigaleri alphabet. Grantha Bhasa was used exclusively by Nambuthiris, who were less than 0.3% of the population. Adhatchimir Ramayanam is the first book to use Tulu Malayalam script or Tigaleri script. Grantha Malayalam books written by Nambuthiris in that era contained more than 80% Sanskrit and less than 20% Malayanmar words. Grantha Bhasa used Sanskrit grammar instead of Malayanmar grammar. Grantha Bhasa had less than 10 books until the 19th century. Johann Ernst Tanksleden wrote Grantha Bhasa of Yaharanam in 1699, first ever grammar book in Grantha Bhasa. The Church Mission Society, established at Kottayam in 1815, started teaching Grantha Bhasa to Syrian Christians. In 1819, Benjamin Bailey started mixing Malayanmar with Grantha Bhasa and called it Middle Malayalam. Benjamin Bailey, who was also a master of Tulu language, made the first Tulu Malayalam types used in Grantha Bhasa in 1819. The Malayalam Bible produced by Benjamin Bailey 1829 was overtly Sanskrit and was considered incomprehensible. British established a Sanskrit college under Father Kuriakose Elias Chavara in 1830. When the efforts to make Sanskrit-based Grantha Bhasa as liturgical language, British-German missionaries such as Hermann Gundert added more of Dravidian words of Malayanmar to the Grantha Bhasa and created the modern Malayalam, which used Tulu to write Malayalam. Like Grantha Bhasa, modern Malayalam uses Sanskrit grammar instead of Malayanmar grammar. The British manipulations gave Sanskrit a preeminent position in Kerala. Sanskrit or modern Malayalam was never used by Christians in Kerala prior to the British arrival. Thus, by teaching Christians Sanskrit and Grantha Bhasha, they could integrate Christians with the Namputhiris. The majority of the Malayan-speaking native Dravidian people of Kerala lost their language and grammar when the British never printed the palm leaf books written in Malayan. The origin of Malayalam, whether it was from a dialect of Tamil or an independent offshoot of the Proto-Dravidian language, has been and continues to be an engaging pursuit among comparative historical linguists. Robert Caldwell, in his book A Comparative Grammar of the Dravidian or South Indian Family of Languages, opines that Malayalam branched from classical Tamil that over time gained a large amount of Sanskrit vocabulary and lost the personal terminations of verbs. Either way, it is generally agreed that by the end of the 13th century a written form of the language emerged which was definitely different from Tamil. This tree diagram depicts the genealogy of the primary Dravidian languages spoken in South India. The earliest known poem in Malayalam, Ramacharitam, dated to the 12th century AD, was completed before the introduction of the Sanskrit alphabet. It shows the same phase of the language as in Jewish in Nazarana Sasanas. But the period of the earliest available literary document cannot be the sole criterion used to determine the antiquity of a language. In its early literature, Malayalam has songs, pachu, for various subjects and occasions, such as harvesting, love songs, heroes, gods, etc. A form of writing called kampu emerged from the 14th century onwards. It mixed poetry with prose and used a vocabulary strongly influenced by Sanskrit, with themes from epics and Puranas. In the 16th and 17th centuries, Thunchethu Ramanujaneshutha was the first to substitute Grantha Malayalam script for the Tamil Vattishattu. Eshutha, regarded as the father of the modern Malayalam language, undertook an elaborate translation of the ancient Indian epics Ramayana and Mahabharata into Malayalam. His Adhyatma Ramayana and Mahabharata are still read with religious reverence by the Malayalam-speaking Hindu community. Kunchan Nambiar, the founder of Tullal, was a prolific literary figure of the 18th century. The British printed Malabar English Dictionary by Graham Shaw in 1779 was still in the form of a Tamil English dictionary. The Syrian Christians of Kerala started to learn the Tulu Grantha Bhasha of Namboodiris under the British tutelage. Paramakkalthomakathanar wrote the first Malayalam travelogue called Varthamanapastharkam in 1789. Dr. Hermann Gundit, a German missionary and scholar, played a distinguishable role in the development of Malayalam literature. His major works are Keralolpathi, Pajanshamala, Malayala Bhasha Vyakaranam, Pathamala, the first Malayalam school textbook, Kerala Pazama, the first Malayalam dictionary, Malayala Rajam Geography of Kerala, Raja Samatram, the first Malayalam newspaper, Pashima Dayam magazine. He lived in Thalassery for around 20 years. He learned the language from well-established local teachers Oarashri Guru Kanmar from Choklai, a village near Thalassery, and consulted them in works. He also translated the Bible into Malayalam. Together with Tamil, Toda, Kannada, and Tulu, Malayalam belongs to the southern group of Dravidian languages. Some believe Proto-Tamil, the common stock of ancient Tamil and Malayalam, diverged over a period of 4 or 5 centuries from the 9th century on, resulting in the emergence of Malayalam as a language distinct from Proto-Tamil. As the language of scholarship and administration, Proto-Tamil, which was written in Tamil Brahma script in Vattalutta later, greatly influenced the early development of Malayalam. The first printed book in Kerala was Doctrina Christum, written by Enrique Enriques in Lingua Malabar Tamil. It was transliterated and translated into Malayalam, and printed by the Portuguese in 1578. In 1821, the Church Mission Society at Kottayam started printing books in Malayalam when Benjamin Bailey, an Anglican priest, made the first Malayalam types. In addition, he contributed to standardizing the prose. Hermann Gundert from Stuttgart, Germany, started the first Malayalam newspaper, Rajasamacharam, in 1847 at Thalassery. It was printed at Basel Mission.